Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out today's broadcast. My name is Jonathan, and today is day 436 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. If this is your first time checking out my broadcast, a little bit about me and the channel. I am 39 years old and I married with, we have 4 children together. I have been overweight my whole life, and in 2020, I got to a point where I had to do something about it, or else I was going to really start having some serious medical conditions. I probably already had some serious medical conditions. I was just never went to the doctor to find out about them. But yeah, I got to a point where I was over 500 pounds. So I created this challenge with 2 main goals in mind. The first goal is that I have a lot of weight to lose. And I, in the past, have set a goal to lose as much weight as I can before an event coming up, or I have set goals to lose 50 pounds, 75 pounds, get under 300 pounds, and those are great goals. And a lot of times I would reach those goals, but I would still end up being very overweight even after reaching my goals. So I challenged myself to lose more weight and get to a lower weight than I've ever considered getting to. And so that's why I challenged myself to lose 300 pounds. The other big part of this challenge is that in the past, when I have had those successes, it's been great and I've felt wonderful reaching goals, but I never found a way to maintain the weight loss or to continue the weight loss when I needed to keep losing. And so that's why I challenged myself to do this for 3 years. That way, that'd give me enough time to lose the weight and then, maintain that weight loss and figure it out is my goal. So far, I'm a little bit over a year in. Like I said, we're at 436 days in. I've lost about 200 pounds so far, and I've actually did lose over 200 pounds, and I gained a few pounds back after an injury this fall that kind of set me back here. But if anybody has any non-scale victories they'd like to share, I'd love to hear your guys' non-scale victories. Any questions, comments, feedback, anything would be greatly appreciated here. Let me switch to this. And I got this up. Didn't mean to have that up. Is this mic working here now? Good, it's working. So, um, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a really good weekend. It was pretty cold here, and we actually had some pretty crazy ice on Saturday afternoon that made getting around pretty difficult. Carrie's checking in saying, hey, Carrie, I hope everything's going great at home today. But the weekend, it was pretty cold here, like I said, and was not able to get outside and do much activity this weekend, but we did find a lot of time to work on some Legos. My kids had received some Lego sets for Christmas, and one of the Lego sets is this Marvel Daily Bugle. If anybody's into Legos, it's a pretty cool set. It has about a 10-hour build time. So me and the 2 oldest kids spent about 10 hours building the Lego Daily Bugle this weekend. So that was a lot of fun. But it did take up a big portion of the amount of time I was awake this weekend. Saturday, we worked on it for probably 7 hours. And then Sunday, we worked on it for 3 or 4 hours to finish it up. So it was great to get done. And it was cool. And it was nice to do the project with my kids. Like I was thinking about my 2022 New Year's resolutions that I kind of talked about, or the goals for 2022. And the goals are to get to my goal weight this year, to be more active, and to create more content. And I'm really sucking with the create more content thing, but um I I felt like I did a good job on my diet this weekend. And I wasn't more physically active. I wasn't more like out doing something activity wise, but I was more active with my kids. I spent a lot of time with the kids. So it was a different type of activity. Allie's ready to start her big kit. Yeah, yeah, she has a Harry Potter kit that she would like to build. That she was a very good helper with her older brother's kit or set. So I'm sure that a reason why she was such a good helper was because she's looking forward to working on her own set. So it was a lot of fun. It was uh, crazy how quickly time goes by when you're messing with those Lego sets and you're trying to search for pieces. And it was a pretty big project. I think the set that we built is like 3,700 plus pieces. So it was a lot to put together. So that was a big part of my weekend here. I let's see. The other stuff I had to talk about here today was I did get on the scale today. I really felt like I did an awesome job with my diet this weekend. And got on the scale today at work because I didn't take the scale home with me. And it's kind of a pain to take it home. And I do have a scale at home. I just don't trust Carrie's scale at home because it's old and I don't feel like, well, for a long time I was too fat for it to even weigh me. So that was a big part of it. But anyways, I got to work today. I got on the scale and I am still up from the 26.8. So I definitely need to be on track for the next 2 days so that I can get that weight off so I can have a weight loss on Wednesday. I don't think it will be a problem to get a weight loss, but it's kind of, I do this same or similar thing every week. Last week was a little bit different because I did have a crazy amount of weight loss last week, but essentially, I'm at my lowest weight when I weigh in that evening. I eat usually a big dinner. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't restrict anything as far as long as it's on our diet or it's whole food, plant-based, SOS free. I eat regularly throughout the weekend and then I show up Monday, realize that I didn't lose weight over the weekend, so I need to kind of kick it back into gear. And I'll plan on fasting for breakfast tomorrow and Wednesday again, kind of doing a 20-hour fast, and then eating dinner tomorrow evening, and then after I weigh in on Wednesday. But it should be uh, a good it should be a good weigh in. I mean, in the last 2 weeks, I've lost 7 pounds. So as long as it continues to go in the right direction, I will be happy. I don't need to lose another 5 pounds. It would be great um, to lose that weight before Wednesday. Today's the 10th because I do have an interview that I am doing. It's kind of a redo interview with somebody that does a podcast about people who have lost weight on a plant-based diet. So we had done this interview a few weeks back and there was some issues with the video quality. And so we had to reschedule the interview for this Wednesday. And I just realized that I never really, um, I confirmed that that would work, but I haven't heard anything this week, so I'm gonna have to hit them up. But anyways, Carrie says today is salad tonight with some marinated mushroom steak in quotes. Yes, I really like those mushrooms, those marinated mushroom. It has been a minute since we've had them, and inside of a salad is probably my favorite. That we've had those. Hopefully we have some good mustard dressing together and I'm looking forward to that dinner. It should be fairly light and really, you know, I don't have outside of when we do these salad nights, I don't have lots of green meals. Like I don't do a green smoothie. What we end up doing, or what Carrie does a lot, is she takes a lot of the recipes that we use. And if you guys are just checking this out and you haven't, there's a link in the description below to Carrie's Pinterest board. And there's a lot of recipes that we use from on that Pinterest board that are salt, oil, sugar free, whole food, plant based foods. And a lot of times, though, she'll take that recipe and then she'll just throw a handful of spinach in just to kind of add spinach to it. A lot of times it cooks down, so it doesn't really add a whole lot of volume to the meal itself. Anthony saying hello, hello, Anthony. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope everything's going really well for you. But we had, yeah. So a lot of times the only greens that we really get are greens that we add to kind of some of the dishes. And this weekend, food was pretty boring, I guess, overall this weekend because Carrie made a big pot of miso on Saturday. So that was really Saturday and Sunday. That was kind of our main dishes or what me and Carrie ate. And then I am obsessed with my avocado toast with the mango pico de gallo. I ended up going to Aldi's. There's two Aldi's within 15 minutes of me, depending on whether I'm at work or whether I'm not at home. But it's two different Aldi's locations. And I feel like I just come in a couple times every week and just clear each of those places out of their mango pico de gallo. And I end up having to kind of take what they have at the same time because it's a weird, Aldi's in general is a weird shopping period, but it's because the mango pico de gallo we get is in the same containers as just a regular like tomato pico de gallo. So it always seems like they have 6 or 7 of these tomato ones to every 2 of the mango ones. And so I'm constantly cleaning them out. And the ones I bought the other day, totally against every instinct I have, but I did buy a container that had been opened. Like it looked like the stock boy or somebody who was carrying these dropped the whole box. And cuz like the seal wasn't broken, it was like the opposite side, and it wasn't just the mango, it was like every one in the box had kind of been messed up. But I risked it. I risked it because I gotta have my mango pico de gallo. It's really become a staple at this point. I had to run to Hy-Vee and get more miso because I needed the miso for my toast, and we didn't have enough miso for our soup, so we I had to go get some more. So I had a lot of miso this weekend. Really, is the moral of the story because I had uh I had mango pico de gallo at least once Saturday and Sunday, and then this morning. Um, and so there's miso all over that toast, and then we had the soup with the miso in it. So maybe it's all the sodium I'm eating over this weekend that caused me to kind of retain my weight or not have a weight loss. I was pretty surprised that I didn't have weight loss. So, um, but I think we'll be good by Wednesday. Come Wednesday. Carrie said she bought 2 more things of miso today, so we have plenty of miso at home. It shouldn't be an issue getting a lot of miso together. All right, here. This week is an interesting week. Like I said, I'm doing that interview on Wednesday. But other than that, I don't have anything too uh extra going on or anything that should get in the way of me having kind of a regular routine week. And that's really what has worked so good for me, is to be on kind of that routine and to be, each day. As far as food goes, it does feel like groundhog's day sometimes, but everything I'm eating, I am absolutely satisfied with the taste and the flavor and just the texture, like the I talk about this a lot, but we have oatmeal every morning or almost every morning. I haven't been having oatmeal on Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, but 5 mornings of the week, we have the same oatmeal recipe, and, uh, it's awesome. Like, I never like and it's so weird that, like, when we don't have the oat groats or the steel cut oats, and we end up having to use rolled oats and just how much difference it is, like, um but there's something about that steel cut, that whole grain, the oat groats that's just really satisfying. It's very filling, and we don't have to get fancy with it. Like, I'm not sitting here going, "Oh, let's do berries today and apples and bananas tomorrow and do something different another day." It's just so easy to, you know, have that each morning. And so and really I like I said, it's awesome that it seems like Groundhog's Day, like I said, with the breakfast, but then the dinners aren't. Like my breakfast and my snacks, I guess, are always the same. The oatmeal, the dehydrated mango. I had a ton of that this weekend. That's probably why I gained weight or I didn't lose weight this weekend, is because of all the dehydrated mango I had. Um, the toast, the avocado, and then the cashews. I have done a little bit of a decent job, not just mowing down cashews. It's tough. Cashews and avocados um, are just super high fat foods, very addictive, very easy to get into. And so I've tried to cut back some on the cashews. And really with the cashews, it's not even just a health thing. It's a financial thing. Holy cow. Like the cost for cashews is ridiculous. Just for a bag of it, it's like $8 or $9. And so, or we go to Aldi's and get our cashews from Aldi's, and I think it's over $15 for the container of cashews from there. And so when I sit there and I just eat them like they're nuts at the bar, it's expensive. It's probably um one of the most expensive snacks that we have. So anyway, so I've been trying to cut back on the cashews a little bit. I like I said, I haven't been great with it, but it has been something where, it we'll see. We'll see how the weigh-in goes this week, and I'll get more picky about that stuff. But I'm extremely happy with the diet and the way things have been going the last few weeks. I've been able to get, I think I feel like three. But I don't wonder what the highest I did get to. I should have kept record, or wrote that down somewhere. But being down 5 pounds last week was amazing. Let's see here. I don't have much else to go over today. I'm planning on going live again tomorrow. Wednesday, I'll do my weigh-in, and Thursday, Friday, I'll go live again too. You know what? I guess I will talk about it a little bit. I have been so tempted, not tempted. I'm so curious about this KFC plant-based chicken nuggets that they have out. It's something where it was released like a week ago, or it kind of became popular news a week ago or so. The KFC is going to have these um Beyond Meat chicken nuggets that they're selling. And I've been trying to kind of find any news articles about it or press about it. I knew that they were coming out today. And so earlier today, I did watch some reaction videos of people who were trying the plant-based nuggets. And one thing, a lot of the people that were doing reaction videos were were not people that eat a plant-based diet or a vegan diet. And so they were very skewed, not very, but one of them for sure. I was like, oh, this guy, it wouldn't, I mean, these could have tasted like $1 million, and this guy wasn't going to give them anything because they were plant-based kind of vegan. Anyways, uh, not overwhelming. Like I was kind of, they don't look appetizing. They, uh, don't look like they're worth it. Like, from what I saw, it was like $6 or $7 for 6 of them, so you're spending like $1 per nugget, um, and they're still frying them in the same oil that they're frying the other chicken in, so if you're worried about it from a vegan standpoint, you kinda got some cross-contamination there that you'd have, that I think that some vegans would have issues with. Um, but from a health standpoint, this is not health food. You know, they put it in a green box and they make it, they call it plant-based, but it is it's not. I mean, all of the like chicken in itself, like a raw chicken breast cooked, I guess, or nutritionally isn't that many calories, or it's not so awful, in comparison to, but when you take that chicken and you batter it the way they batter it, and then you put it in the fryers that they put them in, that's when you really get out of hand with the calories and the content of the food. And so the Anthony says, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not sure what he's whoa in me about here. Um KFC Beyond Meat. Yeah, they came out today. Yes, KFC has Beyond Meat chicken nuggets. Nationwide release as far as I know. I know that they were tested down like in the South Carolina Atlanta market, and then they released them today. So yes, KFC has Beyond Meat nuggets. If you want to try them and post on the Discord how they are, I would love to hear that, or love to get your reaction on it, because I, uh, it's like I said, it's kind of tempting, the idea of having KFC chicken flavored nuggets, but like I would really love to go into KFC and just kind of be like, hey, can I just buy them from you raw and then take them home, throw them in my air fryer, and then cook them and try them that way and see how they are? Um, that would be my, I think Anthony's already in his car driving to KFC, if I had to guess. Gary says report back. Um, the and so yeah, I'm interested to see what people who actually eat a plant-based diet think of them, because a lot of these people, like I said, that were doing these reviews were just kind of, oh, I'm trying this because it's new, or I'm a guy that tries all the new fast food things, and so they were doing it, and they were like, it's the texture's bad, and it's got a weird aftertaste, and lots of and I'd like to see what somebody who kind of eats that stuff more often, or on a, yeah, it reacts to it or says about it. But again, it's a tough sell because, like I said, if you're eating that diet for, I guess where it's weird, because I don't think about there being a middle ground, and there absolutely is. Like the vegetarians, like there's all kinds of people that eat a vegetarian diet, that this now becomes their go-to fast food, because they go and they grab that and they ranch dip, and they count the calories. But um I don't think about that. To me, it's like that. It's like there's this all or nothing kind of, because that's what I used to eat everything, and now I don't eat any animal product. So it's kind of a weird. But uh yes, this KFC, it's weird because like all of the press even talked about how it's cooked in the same fryers, and that was a lot of what I saw from vegans being, about that, that being a hard sell for vegans. And then if you eat plant-based for your health, it's definitely a hard sell, like that Chipotle, we got that for the kids, and it was it was too spicy for them, which we probably should have guessed it was probably going to be too spicy. But um at least it's with rice and beans and lettuce and peppers and like the uh the meat, I don't know if what they use at Chipotle, Chipotle, Chipotle. But it's not the whole thing. Like these plant-based nuggets, it's like the whole, you get a box and there's these 6 nuggets in there, and that's what you're paying all that money for. And there's no other healthy, there's zero health going to KFC. There's nothing. KFC doesn't pretend to be healthy. They don't pretend that, uh I mean, even their coleslaw is probably toxic, and that's got cabbage and lettuce and carrots in it and stuff. But just covered in mayo. But if I was closer, I would. You're about 10 minutes away from KFC. Yeah, no problem. The And I'm interested in getting it for my kids or having my kids try it, but I don't know, at $7 for 6 of them. I bet I'd have to get a couple orders for my kids. And then it's a half hour drive from the closest KFC to my house. So, um, yeah, Carrie says the Chipotle plant-based chorizo was decent. She thinks it was made from pea protein, which I think this is too. I don't know. I know that I've talked to some people and they are a little wary about what the Beyond Meat and the um uh impossible kind of meats are made of, or how they kind of create them. But um I haven't, I mean, this pea protein, from what I understand, that's what they're all going to. Anthony says there's no Chipotle around here. Yeah, it's something where I was able to order it on my way home. It's kind of cool. I ordered it from the app, and then um they didn't have it done in time, or by the time it was supposed to be done. But essentially you just go in there and they have this bookshelf that just had, they end up putting the bag on the shelf, and you just take it from there. You don't have to wait in a line. But we were able to make all of the kids' orders, which was great, because if I'd have gone up there as just like one person and then I'm trying to build 4 different burritos or bowls or tacos, depending on what each kid wanted to get, it would have taken a while. So it was nice that I was able to just do that from the app. You can put whether you want it on the side, you want it light, you want double, those things, and knock it out. So it's cool that these places are providing plant-based options. Um the Just because it'll make it easier for us traveling to do stuff with the kids, like kind of uh we travel down to St. Louis a couple times a year to visit Carrie's family, and it was really nice this last time. We had it down to a system in that we would bring snacks they could have. We would stop at a Burger King. There's 3 of them along the way. Just depending on what works out best time wise for us, we just hit that one Burger King, ordered them that food, and we're able to stay on, keep them eating diet free from animal products. And just kind of that being that rare occasion works out nice. Well, rare occasion. I bought my kids Burger King this weekend, but for them it's nice. And to them, like, it's funny because uh an Impossible Whopper is like them going and getting fast food. Uh like when I was a kid, we used to go get Happy Meals, and we used to get our kids uh the uh Happy Meals and stuff. And so now when we're like, hey, we're gonna go get fast food. They know we're gonna go to Burger King. They know, but they get excited about it still. Like that's just them getting an Impossible Water Whopper is just as exciting as them getting a Happy Meal. Now, Anthony says that the Impossible Burger is $6 at Burger King. So there is two different sales that have been going on at the Burger Kings that we've been to that I've seen. And the one is you can get two value meals for $10, and that's usually what we do. So we end up getting for $5 each kid, we get them an Impossible Burger, a soda, and a small fry or water, depending on. But and so it's actually only $5 per um meal, which is works out really good. And I hope they keep that around, but I don't know that they will. The other thing I saw at a Burger King was that they were selling the Impossible Burgers for two for $6 is what I saw. I think it was all the same sandwiches that they did the two for $10 meal with. They offered them just the sandwiches two for six. Now I don't know if that's nationwide, but that was kind of in the Midwest here. When we went down for Christmas, we fed our kids twice at Burger King for $20, which was awesome. And then that's kind of the sale I done yesterday at the Burger King near us. Or Saturday, I got my kids two Impossible Whoppers while we were building those Lego sets. So, if you can get them on sale, like I said, if you can get them the 2 for 10 it's not a bad price. But at the end of the day, what it like needs to be understood, I guess, is that that's not what we eat on a regular basis. That's not what people who eat a plant-based diet eat on a regular basis. There are people who do. There's people that they just go with the easiest option possible. They may eat Burger King every day because Burger King has that option, or they they try, they eat this stuff more regularly. But day to day, that's not what me and Carrie eat. We're having a big salad tonight that's going to have carrots and onions and mushrooms and cabbage and all kinds of stuff in it that is not this pea protein meat. And really, the my diet doesn't have this on it at all. Like if when I'm sticking to the salt, oil, sugar free, whole food, plant based diet, this stuff is not even a consideration. And there's people that eat a vegan diet, eat a plant based diet. They don't care that KFC released this stuff. They don't care that Burger King sells this stuff because it was never on their menu, and they aren't going to add those things to their options now. So, um, but but it's cool that it's getting it out there. It's cool that maybe somebody sees these option and says, "Hey, it just became a little bit easier for me to eat a plant-based diet, so maybe I'll do it now." I don't think that KFC is creating vegans, but if they do, that would be wild. Like I was, places like KFC and Chick-fil-A, well, I guess that's a weird thing too, is that how much of this is like, you're selling something at your front door, like these awesome plant-based nuggets, but out back we're just chopping the heads off chickens, like it's really like I was, it's hard to weigh whether or not to have these conversations with kids, but I was thinking about talking to the kids, or like saying these comments to the kids, whether or not how much it sinks in. But essentially, if you ordered a dozen wings from uh uh like a wild wing, a wing place, or you go to Chick-fil-A and you get these chicken tender, these chicken wings, uh every time you eat two wings, that's a bird dead, so you're eating a dozen wings, depending on, I know that, anyways, but you're killing multiple birds for one sitting, like, and you're just disregarding the chicken breasts and the other parts, because you're just eating those. And so it is great that maybe some people aren't, you know, that they have this option, but at the end of the day, they're still doing some pretty wild stuff. And, you know, I I have watched enough of what is it? Watch Dominion. You go to watchdominion.org or .com or whatever. You know, just the way these industries treat these animals, you know. And when you're buying from fast food, you're getting processed. Like you're not getting free range, grass fed, you know, whatever when you go to fast food. You're getting the factory farmed of the fact, you know, the most farmed possible meats that you can. So um you should avoid those a lot. Yeah, it's pretty awful what they do. Anyways, I ended up kind of rambling here talking about the KFC chicken nuggets just because they've been on my mind. I think I can avoid them. There's zero health benefits to them. Like I said, if I could go over there and have them give them to me uncooked and then take them home uh, and air fry them or something, then I don't know. I might be a little more tempted. But I really, after watching the reviews, they're not an impressive pieces of chicken. We had done uh we went to this food truck. It was Vuture Foods, Vuture Foods, and they had these chicken sandwiches. That those chicken sandwiches, I would go KFC try if they had like sandwiches that looked anywhere near that. But that's not what they're selling at KFC. They're selling these little rectangular nuggets that they're passing off as chicken, and it's really just a device for them to feed you the oil and the batter that they put on their chicken. You might as well just say, hey, I just want you to take the batter, throw it in the fryer, and fill up a box with that. You know, that's kind of what you get from Long John Silver's, right? Anyways, I'm going to go, guys. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do get subscribed to the channel. Click on the bell icon so you'll get alerted when I go live, which is usually 4 p.m. on weekdays. I'm going live this week. I think every day. I don't have anything getting in the way of that. There is a Discord you can join down in the description below. Click on that link to join the Discord. If you do try these KFC nuggets, throw some photos up. Let me know how they are. I'd love to kind of get your guys' reviews on them. But I think I'm going to be okay avoiding them. I haven't been to KFC for a year and a half. I think I can continue to avoid Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I think there was something else. Discord, subscribe. If you haven't started your diet yet, get started right now. The new year happened. You were waiting for 2020 to get here. It's here. Get started on your diet. There's no reason to wait. There's nobody that succeeds. There's nobody that gets to their goal, sits down and looks back and goes, man, I'm so happy I waited till after Christmas. You know, it would have just ruined Christmas that year if I would have been on a diet. No, they look back and they go, man, why did I go through that Christmas? Fat. Why didn't I start this diet when I had the chance 6 months earlier? I'd be so much further along than I'm at now. You know, like if I'd have started sooner, I'd be 300 pounds now. I wouldn't be 326. So get started right now. There's no reason to wait. There's no event that's more important than taking control of your health. And if you got to start small and put brackets on your diet. Just stop eating at 7 p.m. Don't eat before 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. You know, just get some intermittent fasting going and look into a plant-based diet, guys. You know, I never would have thought to look into a plant-based diet. It was the last thing I thought I was going to do, but it is the last thing I will ever have to do. So get started now.